Hey guys, Bryson here. Welcome to my show, and today we're gonna be reacting to being in college but trying to make side hustle income. So this girl right here actually makes $300 a month from a side hustle while she goes to college. And by the way, I'm big on when you go to college, don't just go to college. You gotta make connections, you gotta do internships, you gotta get jobs, you gotta try things. That's the only way you get experience in a way. So that way when you actually graduate, you say, hey, I have 4 years of experience in something else. But when you graduate with 4 years of no experience, it's just a lot harder. On top of that, you wanna have friends there also that say, hey, I got a job here, I'll put the word in for you, potentially gets your job also, right? But overall, guys, let's find out exactly how this girl right here makes $300 a month. And by the way, you may say, Tommy, not a lot of money, right? But it is a lot of money when you're in college or even as an adult. It's extra money. Extra money is awesome, no matter how much it is, in my opinion. And by the way, not every hobby or side hustle has to be monetized. And if you guys are new here, I post videos every single day. But also, subscribe and hit the bell to get notified. On top of that, also destroy the like button. Without further ado, let's find out what it do when it comes to that side hustle money. All right, let's get it. All right, so right off the bat, I'm seeing hair. I'm seeing like creams. So I'm gonna assume this whole side hustle is about doing hair. And by the way, doing hair is not cheap, okay? If you learn how to do dreadlocks, you can make like $80 to $150 per hour. So you can make actually a lot of money with this stuff. If you're into it though, you know, you wanna sit there for an hour poking around, up to you, but you can make a lot of money with this stuff.
Being a black woman, hair is really important to us. It's like a way of expression, almost like fashion.
I think hair is important to like almost everyone, you know, like women love hair overall, you know, all women love hair overall. But my mom, you know, also of color, and she loves hair maybe a little bit more than everybody else, okay? But she is big on it. But she does her hair most likely, for example, in the Dominican Republic, it's cheaper because again, in the US, it is very expensive. And there are so many creative ways out there to express yourself. You just gotta find the right one that you can actually afford. Yeah, hair is big, all this stuff, but do you want to spend $300 or $1K on some hair because it's virgin hair? I don't get it. I don't understand what that means, okay? Is it real I don't get it, you know? I'm not spending no money on no hair, bro.
Choosing what you want to wear for us is like how we want to wear our hair. It's like really important in that way. My name is Carmela.
How you present yourself is how you get treated also, you know? It's important. Presenting yourself, making sure you feel comfortable, and just present yourself in a good way is awesome.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm 20 years old.
Oh, she's only 20 years old, bro. She's like a kid. That's awesome.
And I'm a natural hairstylist.
That's awesome. How this college student built her $300 a month side hustle. And by the way, sometimes you come to find out that your side hustle is actually what you actually want to do. When I went to college for accounting and I re-upped my whole YouTube thing, I was like, you know what, this is actually what I want to do. You know, so it's important to like try things out. You never know.
Ever since I was a little kid and my mom was
Carmela Tate, natural hairstylist, and her Instagram is down there. So if you guys want some hairstyling in New York, you know who to call.
Take me to the hair salon to get my braids done. Afterwards, I would always feel like almost like a brand new person.
It is true. You know, whenever you, even for like guys too, you know, whenever you go to the barber shop, you get a haircut, they shave your beard or whatever, they put the little cream on you, the yellow alcohol. And by the way, it's like a habit too, you know, you get the craving that you actually want to look better, and you get the cue of I'm gonna go get my haircut, and then you get that refresh and reward feeling. I'm like, hey, I actually look better. I feel that alcohol on me, so it represents like cleanliness and all that stuff. So it's habits you're forming. I appreciate the business of barbershop so much and hairstylists so much because my mom owned a salon. You know, a lot of my friends and business partners in a way have barbershops also. So it's one of those things I appreciate a lot. But I also understand some people can take it overboard and get a haircut every single week and just waste a lot of money on that stuff. So be very careful with that.
Each style, I feel like, brought out a different side of me or a different creative like outlet that I...
Everyone has this idea, man. You know, people have like this, everything is creative, guys. You know, every person you talk to, if they really love the way they do, they're like, it's just a way for me to express myself. I like that. It's one of those things I look forward to when I'm working with someone. Like, I actually like this, I like it. It's not just the money side. Very important stuff.
I wanted to express through my hair. And I think that a lot of black women can relate to that because our hair is so versatile. It's like a part of the black girl magic that we embody. I would always...
I don't know about that stuff, man. So I can't really comment on that. Like, the whole like, I want to know about the side hustle, how much money you make. I don't know about the whole versatility of hair. I don't really care about it that much, honestly. The reason I got, by the way, locked was because basically I'm pretty cheap and I didn't want to keep getting haircuts. So it's easier for me to cut my own hair when I'm just cutting this part and doing my whole shape up, and that's about
Try
it.
different styles on myself, and then my sister started to notice that I was getting better at it.
That's awesome. The best way to try something and learn is to try it on yourself first, and then once you feel confident, you go somewhere else and actually try somebody else, and you start to get paid little by little. But it starts with like a little, like, you learn, right? And by the way, I've done haircuts in the past before. I'm pretty good at it. But yeah, you got to try out with yourself first. Your first time is gonna suck most likely, but at least it'll suck on you and not somebody else's head that you're actually, they're paying you money for that stuff. So you don't want to get any angry
And
customers.
she was like, maybe you should try and do my hair. And I was like, okay. So then
That's awesome.
one day she was like,
So many creams, man. I hate it so much. It's so much stuff, so much stuff. And by the way, the industry is so filled of all this stuff. So it's a lot of money that goes down to this stuff, man. Hair stuff is not cheap. Shoe stuff is not cheap. Just like all these things that I wear are just liabilities. I like the idea of just like wearing like like you want to do this stuff, that's fine. But if you don't have the money for that stuff, just figure out. I remember, for example, someone told me it's not the shoe you wear, it's the how clean your current shoes are. It means basically you don't have to have the fancy Jordans or the fancy wig or the fancy virgin hair or all that stuff, right? It's just basically like, hey, this is what I got. I make the best of it. If you see somebody, for example, one pair of shoe and they're dirty and all beat up, this shows that they don't care about them, But if they take care of them, then it shows the type of quality person they actually are. So it depends here.
why don't you try doing my box braids and I'll pay you? And then I was like,
Ooh, money.
maybe I can start doing other people's hair besides just you and me.
That's awesome. Camilla kicked off her side hustle in January 2020 by braiding her family and friends there, and 3 months later we had a pandemic. It's crazy how things are, right? And this is April 2021. She's still doing her thing, It's awesome. But you never know what's around the corner. You always want to be ready. How much she makes. This is my favorite part. I'm so nosy, I don't know what to do about it. I just like being nosy. I'm sorry.
It can vary, being that it is like a
By the way, is this Brooklyn? That's not Brooklyn, right? Those houses aren't in Brooklyn. I don't think that's in Brooklyn. Like, those houses are very nice and fancy. There's not a lot of space in Brooklyn for this stuff. Unless, like, I haven't been everywhere in Brooklyn, but I can tell you one thing. If this is in Brooklyn, it's expensive stuff, man. It's expensive stuff.
side hustle, so there isn't a set schedule each month. But I would say I make about honestly, $200 to $300 a month.
That's nice. That's nice. It's not bad. That's not bad at all. The hairstyle prices vary on the size and the length, obviously. A better way to do it is probably just market yourself a little bit more, like on Instagram. You probably are doing that already, and just like word of mouth. If you tell your friend, you get a discount next time, and that's the whole idea. But it grows and it grows and it grows. Before you know it, you're also working for somebody else.
So especially being a student, time is very valuable for me. So I try to keep that in account when I am determining what to charge for the different styles, being that it can take up to 10 hours. I offer...
What? There's no way, Jose, that I'm gonna work any job that takes me 10 hours and make, for example, by the way, understand, guys, okay? If she's making, for example, just common knowledge here, right? If a hairstyle takes her 10 hours, and she's getting paid $300 every single month or whatever, divided by 10, she's getting paid around $10, $30 an hour, which is not bad, right? Not bad at all. But the answer is most likely when you get into more complex hairstyles, you can get paid a lot more money for that stuff, So 10 hours should be a little bit more money than $30 an hour, unless she's doing 10 hours a year, 10 hours a year, 20 hours a month or whatever. And she's only making $10 an hour. Then that's a problem.
Student discounts, which is sometimes around 40% to 20%, depending on the style again, and the
yeah, and depending also the person.
different prices that I'm charging for the length or the size or whatever it is. And I also am open to negotiating with what people can afford to.
Yeah, but you gotta understand something, man. Initially, this is cool because you get a lot of practice, but as you can develop this, the price is the price. Your time has a value to it, and you gotta own up to it. If you're not ready, then you're not ready to actually work with me. I learned that very well too. I remember when I got my dreads done for the first time, it was very expensive. I was I'm not coming back here. It's too expensive. Guess what? I didn't come back, but that was her time, you know, so I have to respect that. The person that told me, tell me, I want to do your dreads, they wanted to charge me $700 to $1,000, like to actually do them before they were actually done. I said, okay, here's what I did. I bought this needle, I bought something else, and I did it myself in like a few hours. And I was like, I don't need you. I'm not spending $1,000 on this, but your price is your price, determined by your entire like priority or whatever, you know. So it's up to you, but you gotta stick to your prices and your value. And you'll find clients that are willing to pay you based on what you actually offer. But you can't charge a lot if you suck. So that's why it's so important that you give this discounts now, so you can get really, really good at what you do. Camilla provides several styling products for each client. Awesome.
So for the hair supplies that I do provide for my clients, it includes edge control, gel.
And by the way, guys, okay, there's a lot of businesses in this one business right here, because you can order all this stuff from AliExpress or another like wholesale supplier or whatever it is, and basically rebrand it and sell it to your clients to kind of maintain the hair after. And that way you can also make money like that also, you know, more passive income instead of trying to have to be active, right? So it's a lot of ways to go with this whole thing. And if you create like a really good brand, you make like your own salon and so on. But then again, it's a side hustle. She's in college. I wonder what she's studying in college though. It'll be interesting to find out.
Combs, brushes, things like that. It depends on the style. So for each client that I have, I use about 1 jar of edge control and
that is insane.
1 jar of gel. The edge control is $10 and the gel is $6, so that's about $16 each time.
How much does it pay for them?
However, the combs and brushes, those are things that I can clean and disinfect each time in between different clients. So I just have to buy those one time. And I have like a good set that I use.
So $16 per hairstyle plus her time. Wow.
Often.
Not
and
cheap.
then besides that, the edge control and the gel are things that I have to buy, re-up on often.
She has clients both at home in Brooklyn and on campus. Oh, you see, so that I'm thinking that house that we're seeing is like in Virginia. That's why I said, guys, that can't be Brooklyn. You know, it looks so spaced out, like, you know, it's not like a city. Everyone here lives on top of each other, guys. Okay, unless you live like in a very nice neighborhood or whatever. But yeah.
When I'm at school,
George Mason University, Carmela's dorm room. Okay, interesting. And I guess that's one of her clients right there.
do hair more often on campus, like in my dorm room.
Yeah, because you have a lot more clients there.
But when I am in Virginia, there's also other clients that I would do that live off campus.
That is awesome. That's why it's so important to build a brand. Brand. Life is all about branding. You gotta bring customers to you, not you go to customers anymore.
And when it comes to traveling, since I don't have a car, I'll charge like a little bit of a travel fee, which is helpful for like.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. But you know, if you're gonna be there for like 4 years, you know, buying a little beater car to help your business doesn't hurt. You know, like $1,000 car, you're good to go.
Paying for the Uber there.
Building a community.
Hair braiding for me.
And by the way, this can also be a YouTube channel too, you know, because people are so into the whole like hair, how to do this style, how to maintain your hair, how to work with this hair, how to work with that hair. There's so many avenues to go when it comes to hair, man. I love life, you know, life is so amazing.
It could technically be considered a side hustle, but in my opinion, I feel like I see hair braiding as like a spiritual practice.
Oh, not the first person I've heard say that, by the way. I'm saying, oh, because basically I've heard this before. And this is what I say basically. Some people, they really love what they do. Like when it comes to this hair thing, it's what they do. They actually enjoy this whole thing, you know. I remember I got my dress done by somebody over there in Puerto Rico, and he was like to me, Tommy, this is like a canvas that's alive. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, your hair. When I'm working on your hair, I'm working on art, but this art in a way is alive. And by the way, this guy that I worked with, I might put his Instagram here. It's like Yaya is his whole branding thing. Yaya, I put the whole Instagram here also. But the point is that this guy, he doesn't even like people seeing him actually do the whole dress or whatever, because he's just that private, you know. So everyone has their system. If I find him on Instagram again, I'll send it to you guys. But yeah, the guy's awesome. So this right here is actually the guy that actually worked on my whole hair, guys. So if you guys are ever interested into, for example, doing hair, you go to this guy, okay? Is it cheap? It's like 80 bucks to like the whole maintenance thing and all that stuff. Not that expensive, like if you know like dread prices or whatever. And I might do them, for example, every 3 months or 4 months, because I'm not paying that often. But yeah, it's pretty solid stuff, okay? But overall, everyone has their own like thing that goes on.
Black women, I feel like it's such an important thing for our hair to be done in different ways, and
I think it's just important for people. By the way, this girl's 20 years old, okay? So she just has a whole bunch of opinions out there. So I just think it's important for overall people just to feel good with what they have. You know, like I'm saying like, hey, I feel beautiful. Does it make you feel beautiful? Great. Do your thing, right? But also, when she gets more professional with this stuff, she's going to charge a lot of money for this stuff. So like $150, $300. So if you don't have no money, don't waste your money on this stuff, okay? I see women all the time say, I paid $300 for my hair, but I'm waiting for my food stamps, okay? Gotta stop with that stuff. Gotta stop it.
Like it teaches us a lot about ourselves and each other. And I think doing other people's hair, doing my own hair, doing my family's hair, I feel like it's a way of like uniting us, uplifting us, and helping each
That's awesome. That's awesome.
other out within our community. And
yeah, it is also, for example, because I have a business and people around me are also helping me build this business. There is no like one-man team. You know, this channel, although right now we get like 40 views, 50 views per video, whatever, but those are 50 people. I think about it like this, right? There's 50 people right here in my room, like helping me with what I'm doing, okay? It's a massive thing to me. So same thing applies here, but I don't like the idea that because we're in the same neighborhood, I'm gonna buy something that makes no sense. No, she's offering a service that makes a lot of sense to help a lot of people. So obviously I support it. I like it.
that's what excites me about doing hair. Once I learned how to do it and I got better and better at it, I learned that
And he's only 20, by the way. Remember this, guys, okay? So imagine, for example, 4 or 5 years from now.
I can use it as
That's why it's so beautiful, man. Like how many like kids right now, I talk like I'm like 80 years old or whatever, but it's so beautiful how kids like start so early these days. Like you start at 12 years old with something, well now you're 20, well that's 8 years of experience, okay? So that's
a
awesome.
service and make it into a business while also having that exchange with my community.
All right, guys, so overall, that was this video. This one right here, making 5,000 extra a month on Facebook Marketplace. I might actually watch this one right here ASAP, okay? But overall, I did like this video right here. It was a lot of fun, right? But overall, the point of this video is basically, hey, when you're in college, don't just do the college thing. Also do something else. And by the way, I wouldn't be surprised if she says, hey, once I'm done with college, I'm not gonna do that. Or maybe I'm gonna quit college now and just do this full time. Potentially, okay? But it's awesome. I love to see people make more money doing what they actually love. I don't like the idea of making a lot of money when you hate what you do because you're kind of miserable and it shows, you know, but just make sure you enjoy what you do when you actually are doing it, okay, guys? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified, and comment down below what you thought about this video right here and what is your dream side hustle. Comment down below. Let me know. It helps out with the algorithms. Thank you so much. On top of that, also, if you guys want to DM me, well, join me on Instagram, Bryson. On top of that, also, if you guys want to call me and talk to me one-on-one from Monday to Friday, I have a third channel, Accidentally Bryson. Go call me over there. And all calls, by the way, are also free. If you want to watch another video, guys, video right here. Click my face right here. See you guys tomorrow. And as always,